Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just giving you a quick review of Power Book 2, Season 1. This is episode 4. There is one more episode before they get on to I guess it's a mid-season break or something like that. I think they're going to have 10 episodes altogether. I'm not quite sure on that. So, check this out, y'all. So, Tariq went into business with Monet. Now she's telling him the rules for everything. All cash for everything. And so Tariq goes to a meeting with Simon Stern, but he's greeted by, this shocked me. He's greeted by he has a young boyfriend, a new husband. Now he was married, I thought, years ago when he was dealing with ghosts. But anyways, Tariq, gives him the pitch. He pitches this app. It's called Course Correct, and it's an app that delivers drugs and tutoring directly to college students' doors in the dorm. Now, this guy Bash, he's as squirmy as they come, and he calls Tariq's idea brilliant, and he wants to back out of it, but when Tariq insists on all payouts in cash, no wire transfers or anything, Simon would not agree to such a deal, and Bash says, and he doesn't mind doing a little business behind the back of his silver-haired hubby. So they make this deal that Bash will get 5% of all the profits, and Tariq will get his cut in cash, and Simon will never need to know. So after that, Tasha contacts her son by that burner phone she has in the jail cell, and that call from Tejada had her, her freaks out, and she knows Tariq is selling again because he's trying to get the money for her lawyers to help her get out of prison. And she wants him to go to Ghost and Tommy's old drop spots, where they used to hide guns and stuff, and to get a gun for protection. And Tariq doesn't want to, but he winds up doing it anyway. So Tariq and Braden, they know that some of their Course Correct customers may actually want study help and not drugs. So they hire students to actually tutor, but who also don't mind delivering drugs. And if someone wants the premium package, ordering their drugs is even more easier. So math means weed, econ means uppers, and chemistry means downers. Pretty soon the app is raking in the cash. So they are getting so much business, just like Tariq said they would on this app. So in the class where they have the I don't even know how to say that word, y'all. Canonical studies. So the class is reading Machiavelli's The Prince, which provides a nice, parallel for how Tariq winds up cutting down some of his on-campus competition later on in this episode. So they learned that it was a fellowship in Washington, D.C. The recipient gets to graduate a year early. Of course, Tariq is interested. So his classmate Lauren, whom he learns she has a boyfriend living in D.C. As soon as the class is over, Lauren invites Professor Reynolds over for dinner with her parents to discuss their fellowship. He quickly invites Professor Milgram and Tariq as well for optics. Yeah, I think that guy has been sleeping with a lot of his students, and I kind of think that he wants to sleep with Lauren too, and I think that's what, Professor Milgram, which Carrie Milgram, I'm getting used to all these names. It's hard getting used to all these names. But she said that later on in the episode that, you know, he was trying to get with her. So then Sack's crazy tail gonna recruit his niece because his niece got in trouble earlier. I don't know. She was skipping school or something, but the cops brought her to Sack's, and she had a smart mouth, and the cops was like, "You lucky that this is your niece, because you know we would have been took her to the jail." So basically, Sax is getting his niece. She has like pink hair, and dude at the party said she called her a hot topic, so that's what she looked like. So he's getting his niece to spy on Tariq to see what Tariq is up to, you know, because they're trying to figure out like how is he getting all this money anyways. And of course, Sax doesn't want himself to get, you know, implicated in all this drama, because you know he was. Let's see. So Blanca and Tate, they testified in the judge's chambers. You know, but you know, Davis thought that they were gonna help throw out Sax's case. And Paula, Davis's assistant, she's worried about where, you know, Tyreek's getting his money and paying in cash. So she like shows up at the college to tell him that, you know, they need a check or a wire transfer from now on. And he told her that he stole the money from his grandma, because she's the only one that was getting paid from Ghost's will, his father's will. He didn't say Ghost, but he'll play the rules on. He will play by their rules from now on. And Bash is happy to change that agreement for the half in cash and the half wire transfer, because he wanted a bigger cut of 15%. So Tariq gave into that. So Monet and Kane went to visit the crew that was posting all the stuff and causing trouble on social media. And she told them she was cutting off their supply. So the leader calls her a bitch in Spanish twice. Now that, you know, that was an invitation for him to get his butt whooped. And yeah, he beat him bad. So he made his mom proud doing that. So after, you know, announcing to Kane, Drew, and Diana that Tariq is their new partner, Monet sends Drew to Stansfield, that's the college, to tell Tariq and figure out how he moves the weight of, you know, the drugs on the campus. She also makes Diana surrender her real cell phone, because she doesn't trust her after the incident with the, you know, the burner phone in the last episode. And then she tries to calm down Kane, who is mad that she made the decisions without him, by telling him that that being the muscle is his lane in the operation. So he has to beat up the people, and she's the brains of the operation. So Tariq, he instantly figure out what's going on. So he just kind of goes about his day while Drew tags along, and they end up in an art class where Drew meets a cute, flirty basketball player. Yeah, he was flirting hard. And Drew is, you know, he just loving it. So he doesn't even notice when Tariq leaves. I don't even think I noticed when Tariq left. So, you know, Drew winds up back in the basketball player's room, and it's not long before he looking at his chest and telling him what tattoo he should draw on him, and then they get to kissing and carrying on, and I'm like, wow. But before it goes too far, he gets all these missed calls from Tariq, who needs more product, in order to meet all of the app's orders, because the app is blowing up with orders. So Diana, she wound up at Tariq's place with a bag of drugs and a kiss for him. And he points out that her mother didn't want him to see her. And she said, Monet ain't here. She said simply. Now back at Monet house, she finds a sketchbook of Drew's hookups, bare torso, in his bag. So while she's in the shower, she calls out to him that she thinks his dad thinks he's soft, but she's not worried. But she warns him to be careful with yourself. Not every man is like our family. Now at Lauren's house, that was just a hot mess. Her parents were crazy. And Jabari, Professor Reynolds, and Carrie, Professor Milgram, they were just testy and just being testy with each other. Lauren's parents are very bougie and snobby. Professor Milgram, she knows Davis McLean and warns Tariq to be careful around the lawyer. A win for Davis doesn't always mean a win for his client. So there's a backstory with Professor Milgram and Professor Milgram's and Davis, which is Method Man. Lauren's brother is in the facility after overachieving. His overachieving nature led him down path of drugs, and he's addicted really bad to drugs. Now Lauren's boyfriend Malcolm is a corny. He's corny. If corny had a picture, that's who he was. He's corny. Corny. He showed up, unexpected at the dinner right after Lauren kisses Tariq in a private moment, and she refers to her mom. And he refers to her mom as my future in-law. So back at the college, Carrie and Jabari fight, and then they end up having sex in his office again. And Tariq engineers a situation so that Scott, the drug dealer, he had epiphany and kept busy. In the last episode, Tariq's main competition, and he gets him suspended from the college for hitting Braden at a party. And Braden can fight. And then we get to see Method Man nearly naked. He was sleeping with his assistant or his co-counsel, Paula. Even though he was married, I didn't know that, because before he left, she was like, don't forget this, and showed, the ring. And after they, hooked up, she notices that they got a wire transfer for Tasha from a shady LLC. And since they've struck out so far, with the Saks situation, they had another angle. They're like, you're thinking what I'm thinking. And at the end of the episode, Tamika gets served with a subpoena, y'all. So the guy shows up with flowers. She's, oh. And then he said, ma'am, you have been served. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, guys. So one more episode till the mid-season, whatever they call these things. But have you guys noticed the comparisons? Like, for instance, so I guess Tariq is Ghost, Lauren would be Angela, and Diana would be Tasha, or Effie would be Tasha. I think we've seen her once so far. And I guess Tommy would be like a corny, Braden or whatever. So they seem like they keep drawing comparisons. And then Monet says she don't know about no St. Patrick, but I bet she know about Ghost, because they don't know Ghost by St. Patrick's name. So, alright guys, if you watch Power, book 2, season 1, episode 4. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.